Guys, good evening. So I'm gonna start our class right away. In the meantime, the others, okay, finally, shut up. I expect, guys, all of you to be incredibly well, and it's just nice to have you once again in class. Look at your teacher face. My gosh, I'm very happy. Welcome, guys, once again to these classes. The idea today is we are gonna go on talking a little bit about these things, present simple, and all the importance, how we can use it, why, in what cases. Okay, today we have several different activities, listening part, maybe reading as well. We have long time that I don't do that, okay, and maybe I start being a little bit doubtful about how well you can read, okay. So I imagine today we are gonna have the chance, and I imagine everybody's gonna do it. Yeah, very good. Don't worry, guys. So I'm gonna start sharing my screen with all of you. First of all, let's start, okay, with our image. All right, very good. So, guys, present simple, very easy. Talking about routines, we already know that. Talking about factual things, facts. For example, if you just touch fire, you get born. Okay, so if you see it's present simple, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is a fact. And those facts are all time expressed with present simple. Of course, when we talk about routines, activities, our hobbies, I play football, I swim, I like to dance, all those things are described with these things. So the idea, guys, is we are gonna just go on. I'm gonna show you very quickly some of the things that maybe we've got for today. Okay, vocabulary, yeah, but I'm not gonna focus my attention today on vocabulary. I keep it do it all time. Today I prefer to start with this presentation very quickly. All right, so I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Let me see, guys, and you're gonna tell me if obviously you can. I'm gonna activate, and I think right now, guys, maybe you are gonna watch this presentation. All right, so let's get started talking about some characteristic features about present simple. All right, so let's start with this. When we talk about present tense, basically is used to write about something that is repeated most of the time or always true, or is happening in a future time. For example, what is repeated? I take a shower every day. You do it every single day. What is repeated? I eat my meals. That is repeated in the morning, at noon, and in the evening. What are things that always are true? For example, if you cut with a blade or a knife, you bleed. So if you bleed, it's because you cut yourself, okay? Maybe accidentally. That is a fact. That is gonna happen not only to you, it's gonna happen to everybody. So let's say that that is always true for everybody. Or happening in a future time. Do you remember when we talked some of the exception about these things, especially talking about programs? For example, my favorite soap opera or my favorite TV program starts in an hour. So that is present simple. Or when we are talking about means of transportation, for example, the next bus runs in 15 minutes. So that kind of things is here when we are talking about future, but it's like described in present simple. That happened especially, I'm gonna repeat it, pay attention, guys. Number one, when we are talking about means of transportation, timetables, programs, okay, is when this kind of thing happen. All right, so I'm gonna move it on. All right, is repeated. Eva wakes up 7:30 every morning. So what about if she is going to work? Or what about if she goes to school? So it's something repeated. I walk to school. I do it every day. It's something that I do every single day from Monday to Friday. Or I ride my bike every weekend. Okay, I take advantage that I've got some free time, so I gather around with my friends and we ride our bikes. Okay, so that is something that every week, okay, is repeated. Okay, let's move it on. Always or generally true. For example, what is something that happened and is a fact? For example, the sun sets in the west. Okay, we already know that. Okay, I speak Urdu. Okay, I do it. Okay, that is, a very weird language, but we can say I speak English. It's true. I can do it. Or I speak French or Japanese. Okay, they live in a city. Yeah, because if everybody knows that Armenia is the city and they live there, or New York City and they live in New York, so they live in a city. That is, true. All right. And happening in a future time, as I mentioned to you guys, buses, means of transportation, timetables, programs on TV, talking about theater, all that kind of things, present simple. I'm gonna give you an instance. Is the bus leaves at 9 o'clock. All right, that is the time. If you are not here, man, believe me, you're not gonna catch the bus because the bus leaves at 9 o'clock. No 1 minute late, no 1 minute earlier. Okay? So, no later, no earlier. So, be punctual. Okay, next is the film, maybe on television. It starts at 3:30. Okay, so if you see, guys, these are the usages or why people use present simple. I don't like these grammar issues because actually you never think about grammar when you speak. You only speak, but it's very important as English student because maybe you're gonna take international exams, tests, and it's exactly here where it's important to know some rules, okay, in a proper way. All right. So what about when we are talking about the verb to be? We can say the verb to be is an exception of the rule. Teacher, what? Yes, man. Maybe you're gonna be very impressed. Yes. Teacher, what? Yeah. And it's just the verb to be is the only verb in the whole English language that's got 3 different conjugations. You're not gonna find that. Maybe you're gonna find another exception that is the verb have. You say I have a car. Okay, sometimes people say it with got, and you say I have got a car. And sometimes people say it shorter, and you say I've got a car. Okay, I've got a car. That's something that I imagine you already know. All right, I've got a car. But if you are talking about a girl, maybe your sister, mother, girlfriend, okay, you can say my sister have. What? Yes, you can say that because grammatically you are totally mistaken. Teacher, why? Because when we are talking about he, she, or maybe it, talking about things or maybe an animal, guys, is has. You say, I have a car, my mother has a car too. So if you see, alright, that change is 2 different conjugations. Okay, exactly the same as an exception happened with the verb go. What, teacher? Yes. You say, I go to a school. If you decide to say it so slow, obviously you say, I go to school. You say go to is like got. I go to school. But if you are talking about your sister, you can't say my sister go to school because you're gonna commit a mistake. Okay, go is another exception talking about verbs that maybe got that ending that I don't understand why. Because they are exceptions. You, for example, say, my sister has a car. And I have a car too. Okay, so it's very important you understand this. But when we talk about the verb to be, guys, that is a horse of a different color. What do I mean? All right, is the only verb in the whole English language with three conjugations. You're not gonna find that in any other case. Talking about verbs in English, because is, am, is, are. Three different conjugations for the same verb. That is very, very uncommon in English. And I think the verb to be, that's why, is the only exception talking about verbs who maybe, or what maybe behave this way. Three conjugation, you're not gonna find that anywhere else. Speaking about grammar, I mean English. No, impossible. All right. So we say the verb to be. Of course, guys, here is I am. You know that. Very easy. You say you are. When we are talking about he, she, it, we say are as well. And it's just repeated for the rest of them. Okay, you are or they are. Very easy. That's verb to be. Okay, pay attention. Verb to be is different. Most of the time, when you're gonna make a question, you need an auxiliary. You need an auxiliary. And the auxiliary tells you what subjects you mean. For example, if you say do, it's impossible. We are not talking about he, she, or it. I say, do you sleep well? Question, do. Okay? Do your parents work very hard? Okay, do. Do I forget something important? Yeah, do. You gotta be very careful, because if you're gonna make a question, but now you're gonna talk about he, she, it, I mean my father, my mother, or my dog, it's necessary to change the auxiliary that you're gonna use to make the question. What I mean, you need to say does. And you say, excuse me, does your mother live with you? That is a question. Excuse me, does your boyfriend invite you to eat out? A question. Does, because now we are talking about maybe a girl or maybe about a guy, you know? So bear that in mind. And obviously, guys, if a question is made to you, and the person used the auxiliary do, immediately you know that you have to answer exactly with the same auxiliary. Hey, you don't need to be a genius. You don't even need to make an effort to think about what is the right auxiliary to make the question. You know why? Because it's been given to you by the person you're talking to. Yeah. If someone tell you, hey, excuse me, do you work around? Do you work around? The person already taught you what is the auxiliary that you need to answer the question. If someone asks you, excuse me, sir, do you work around? You're gonna say, possibly, number one, yes, I do. Yes, I do. You answer with the auxiliary. It's not necessary to say, yes, I work around. Why? Why you're gonna repeat every time what people are telling you? That's gonna sound funny, you know. So you better answer, okay, using the auxiliary. Do you work around? Yes, I do. Secondly, maybe, no, I don't. So if you see, guys, you need to answer with the same auxiliary. I'm gonna give you another example with a different auxiliary. Now let's talk about my brother. Maybe you're gonna ask me, teacher, do you have a brother? I say, yes, I do. Teacher, does your brother live with you? No, he doesn't. Teacher, where does he live? My brother, he lives in Medellin. Okay, good. If you see, now we are not talking about me. We are talking about my brother, and my brother is he. So if you're gonna make me any question about my brother, make sure that your question is with the auxiliar das, because it's about my brother. Hey, does your brother like Armenia? Yes, he does. Teacher, does your brother dance well? Yes, he does. Teacher, does your brother like pizza? Yes, he does. Teacher, does your brother work at night? No, he doesn't. So it depends on the question that you're gonna make me about my brother. And remember the auxiliar. The appropriate one is does, because he's my brother. But if you are making question, personal question to me, you're not gonna say does. You're gonna say do. Teacher, do you like macaroni? Say yes, I do. Teacher, do you work more than 5 hours a day? Yes, I do. Teacher, do you like, for example, liver? Talking about the cow? Yeah, yeah. Guts. Cow's gut. Okay, nah. I don't like liver. No, I don't. Okay, so, very important. Alright? But when we talk about the verb to be, you know what is the problem with the verb to be? He is the different duck, in the pond. Yeah, looks different because it's 3 different conjugation. What about if now I'm gonna conjugate the verb ran? Easy, no problem, teacher. Okay, because the only difference that I'm gonna find conjugating the verb is when we are talking about he, she, and it, teacher. Easy. And I say, yeah? What do you mean? Teacher, look at on the screen. For example, if I say I ran around the park with my dog in the morning. I work out very early. I ran. Okay, you ran, but alone, not with your dog like me. But if you say he, now you need to be very careful. Because at the end of the verb, you're gonna see like a change. Why? Because it's necessary to add an S normally, basically, most of the time, when we are talking about he, she, or it. Hey guys, remember, not all the time, someone is gonna tell you he, she, and it. No. Sometimes somebody is gonna tell you my uncle. Hey, but immediately you know that your uncle is he, and oh yeah, is he. So I need to be very careful with the ending of the verb. All right. So I say he, she, it runs. For example, my dog runs with me around the park. My dog runs. I run with my dog. No S. I run with my dog, and my dog runs with me. Alright, can you see the difference with the verb? You already know that is not a big deal. It's actually a piece of cake. It's like to shoot a fish into a barrel. Easy. Alright, I'm gonna move it on. Exactly the same happened with the rest. I mean, not talking about he, she, or it. They are exactly equal. It's like infinitive form of the verb. Okay, and the only one actually that experience a change is he, she, and it. That's it. Okay, so don't start getting a headache just trying to think. Okay, oh no. Okay, that is like simple grammar rules. Exactly the same. You ran, they ran. Okay, good guys. What about the same? Good. I sing, you sing, and now you see. An S. Yeah, why? You know already why. The rest of the verb is exactly the same. So basically, if you're gonna say anything in present, the only thing that you gotta be a little bit careful about is when you are describing, actions done by he, she, and it. That's it. No more. Okay? Go ahead. More rules. Yes, rules. Hey, but you know what is good about rules in English? They are very few very few ones, believe me. Okay, Spanish is, wow, thousand more complex than English, of course. You know, English is, believe me, guys, no exaggerating. Okay, is so easy. That is why everybody speaks English all around the world, and that is why English, I mean, grammatically, is poor language. Very poor. It's so poor that, pay attention, they don't conjugate verbs. It's the same verb for everybody, but in our language, Spanish, that is a totally different story. You know why? Because in our language, we conjugate all the verbs depending on the subject. Wow. It's different when you say I, you, he, she in Spanish. The verb change totally for each of all those subjects. That is why gringos find Spanish very tricky to be learned. You know why? Because it's many conjugations, okay? Actually, in their language, they don't conjugate anything. You know, it's simple. It's English. You know? Okay, guys, look, no change in the verb. But if we are talking about third person singular, okay, is exactly when I need to add that change, you know, or addition. I mean, I need to write an extra letter that in all the cases, or in most of the cases, gotta be an S. Okay, easy. I'm gonna show you some other facts talking about this. Sometimes, depending on the ending of the verb, you're gonna write down extra letters. What do I mean? For example, let's see verbs ending in O, C, H, S, H, double S, S, X, or Z. If you see fix, yeah, if you have a hole, you know, the roof, so you're gonna get a ladder, you know, and you're gonna fix with a hammer the problem. Yeah, but you say fixes when we are talking about my father. On weekends, my father, all the time, he fixes problems around the house. Ah, good. Okay, so he takes advantage of time. Okay, free time. Okay, to make some repairs, you know, around home. That's good. Next verb, go. I go in my car. So don't pick me up, don't worry. I go in my car. But if we are talking about, for example, Nicolas, you say Nicolas goes in a taxi. You know, goes is because it's a change. Why? Because the verb ends up in O. And when that happens, you don't simply write an S, but you write ES. I mean, but it's very easy, you know. Wish. Oh, nice. When we are celebrating our birthdays, you know, it's very common that our parents buy us, you know, an incredible cake. They just decorate the cake with some candles, you know, lighting up. And then our parents say, here you are. You know, now make a wish and blow the candles. Alright? Make a wish. You know? And blow the candles. You know, so if you say, hey, if I blow the candles, alright, I wish I were millionaire. Oh, wow, man, yeah, good. If your business is money, you know, maybe you say, all right, okay, I wish I had a new girlfriend. Wow. And next day, you meet a beautiful model at the cafeteria. Okay, guys, wish change when you say my brother wishes a new bike. You say which is my brother is because we are talking about he. Okay, third person. Easy. Buzz. Oh my gosh, sometimes it's annoying. Yeah, it's like a mosquito or a bee or a bug, an insect just flying around. Doesn't let me be concentrated. It's buzzing. But if you are talking about buzz, it's because maybe it's a fly, a mosquito, or maybe a bee. A bee buzzes. If you have the bee very close to your ear, you can listen even that bee, bzz, that is buzzes. A bee buzzes when it's flying. It's like the noise that commonly a bee makes by flying. Zzz, yeah. All right. Sometimes this is worrying because talking about crops, people, as Andres mentioned the other day, farming the land, they use a lot of chemical products. That is something that they use just to give themselves a hand. So they are not gonna have problem with the crop, and that's gonna be good. But so many times, okay, all those chemical products that they use, for the ground and cultivate, is a poison for bees. All right, so people all the time are talking on news about millions and millions of bees die every day with no explanation, but at least now people know why, and it's because of the chemical products. They fly to very far places where maybe there are lots of crops, and maybe people normally use chemical products to protect you know the ground and the seeds and the plants and everything, and those chemicals kill, okay, millions and millions of bees. And you know what is the problem? Bees are extremely necessary for plants reproduction. No bees is gonna be an ecological disaster. You know why? Because they are in charge of pollination. They just get and they move, and now the plant is gonna have a baby just because the bee is like the carrier. He's gonna just say, hey, this is the message of that flower, that boy, okay, and here you are, you wanna have a baby with him, okay, take it. And that is very important, and people don't understand because they think that everything in nature happen separately. No, everything talking about nature, our planet, everything is very detailedly integrated. And when you start using a lot of chemical products, you start killing the bees. And bees are important for plants and flower reproduction. So it's gonna be a disaster. So that is why we need to think that is an ecosystem. Everything is integrated. So you need to be very careful, okay, what you use with certain things, because you don't know what is the secondary effect, or what these can cause to the environment. This is crazy, guys, but it's like nature works. It's integrated. Okay, very good. So I'm gonna just move it, guys. And spelling. Yeah, what happened when a verb finishes in Y? I'm gonna give you an example. Carry, cry, tidy. Easy. If you say I carry my own books, but he carries everybody else. All right, I never do that. Cry. Okay, when I've got a problem, I cry. My brother cries for nothing. Happen as well. Tidy. I tidy my room, but my sister tidies her room once in a blue moon. Okay, that means that maybe She's not so neat and organized and rally like you. Yeah, maybe. All right, guys, don't forget the rules. I would like you to see something that is very peculiar. Talking about all these rules. If you see all these verbs in Y, carry, last letter Y, cry, last letter Y, tidy, last letter Y. Okay, what happened? You change that Y into I, E, S. So you say carry and the other is carries. You say cry and the other is cries. You say tidy and the other is tidies. You know? So if you see the change at the end of the verb happen only for third person conjugation only. Alright? No more. Okay, I'm gonna show you something else. But what about if now I've got this last letter again? I mean, I'm talking about Y, but look at different verbs that ends up in Y. Say, play, buy. But now you're gonna find something different. You know, something that maybe is equal but different at the same time. What is equal? All of them end up in Y. But there is a huge difference, okay, between the first and second group. And you know what exactly is that, guy? That before the Y, you're gonna see not a consonant. You're gonna see instead a vowel, which obviously make you think differently. So you know that you can change the Y into I. No. So you're gonna leave the Y and you simply add the S. I say that I'm in agreement. I say that I'm in agreement. Teacher says that he's in agreement as well. Okay? Says because he's the teacher. Say because I'm talking about me. Okay? Play. Hey, I play basketball. Okay? My sister plays volleyball. Hey, my sister plays. You know why? Alright? Exactly the same is with buy. If you've got money and your refrigerator, I mean your fridge is totally empty, obviously you gotta go to the mall, the supermarket, you know, and you need to buy some things. Today my mother buys some groceries. Okay, my mother buys is with the S and you know why. Okay, I'm gonna make question to my public, guys. Right now we are gonna have some interaction. Alright, so as usual, guys, every time that we have the chance to practice, hey, it's very relevant. You're gonna be very attentive. And if you have the chance to practice a little bit, okay, do it. Because that is the way as you're gonna push yourself, okay, to get it. I mean, to reach your goals, you know, because I imagine you wanna be a good English speaker. And you will be a good English speaker, but it's necessary some practice. Okay, and in these classes, maybe we have that good laboratory where we are gonna just make the experiments. Alright, I'm gonna start with Marcela. Marcela Calvache. Marcela, you're gonna tell me right or wrong. Look at the first example. I ride my bike around the field. For you, that statement is well written?
Teacher me.
Marcela Calvache, give me a second. Marcela, what do you think? Is right or is teacher, is wrong? What do you think, Marcela? Alright, in the meantime, Marcela, I thinking I'm gonna ask Nicolas Molina. Nico, question exactly the same. Look at the statement. Look the first statement. When you say I
Teacher,
ride my bike around the field, Nico, is okay or is wrong?
it's bad.
Is
It's
is
right.
is is,
It's
is,
right.
is for you right?
Right. Yes.
Uh,
Right.
okay, I don't know. I'm just asking for opinions. You know, for example, Nico say, teacher, that statement is okay. All right, guys, I need a different volunteer. Okay, a different volunteer. Helen. Okay. Ah, Santiago Narváez. Santiago
Teacher,
Narváez, give me a second, Helen. Santiago, tell me, bro, that's good or that's not good. Tell me, Santiago, good or
Teacher
wrong?
is wrong.
Is wrong.
Wrong.
What is the problem with this statement, Santi? What is the problem, man?
The S
Ah, the S where? What is? What is?
in right.
Ah, in right. I will say, teacher, what is?
Yes, teacher.
Teacher, what is
It's
the
the
only
S.
S in the whole statement? Because there isn't any other S. Is the only S in the whole statement. Yeah, that is the problem. If you see, guys, okay, this one is correct. I don't think it's correct. You know, it's not correct. And teacher, why? Because this S is wrong. Okay, it's not possible. Okay, it's right. It's totally wrong. No, 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 no. All right, Helen, number two. She knows the answer. She knows the answer. Helen, right or wrong?
right.
Is totally right, and that is why, guys, because if you see the S is totally okay. Why? Because it's a third person, I mean she. And finally, Yesenia Zambrano. Yesenia, look at the last statement. They jumps on the bounce castle. That is right or
Correct.
Yesenia is wrong?
Right.
Is right. Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, I'm collecting opinion, guys. I need a different volunteer. Yesenia tells me teacher is right. Okay, I Manuela Prada. Manuela, good evening, Manuela. Is okay or is not okay this statement for you?
No, okay, teacher.
Tell me something, my friend. What is the problem with this statement?
This
Yeah,
in one,
yeah. Why?
um, because they know it.
Yeah, because we are talking about they, and they
Teacher, the
doesn't
is
need
the
an is.
S is the it, he, she. The S.
Yeah, we are
The
talking
verb,
about
the he,
third person
she.
singular. That's right. But hey, when I say they is not
You
he.
know the
That's
S.
right. Very good. So obviously this is not right. Okay, very
Teacher, I question.
make the question, Yesenia.
Teacher, no deberían tener el verbo to, como I am, which is, o they are.
No, because it's not a verb to be. You say I
No?
am, yo soy o yo estoy. She is, ella es o ella está. But here you say, for example, I ride my bicycle. Present simple. Hobby. Number two, she knows the answer. It's a fact. You know? So it's no is. Okay, maybe you're gonna say, wow, she knows the answer. She is very intelligent. It's different. It's a compliment. Or maybe you're gonna say, I ride my bicycle. I am an incredible rider. It's a compliment. Or you say, hey, they jump on the bouncy castle. They are lively today. It's a compliment. But when you see the verbs, no all the verbs gotta be the verb to be. You use the verb to be when the verb to be is necessary. For example, when you are gonna say your profession, you say, I am a doctor. Verb to be is necessary. Or for example, when you're gonna express your feelings or emotions, necessary. Teacher, I am sad. Okay, verb to be. Or to mention one more example, when you're gonna talk about your age, when you talk about your age, you need the verb to be, because you're gonna say, I am 20 years old. Alright, sometimes the verb to be is necessary, but not all the time. We can describe many different verbs, many different actions in present simple, and not necessarily I need to use the verb to be over and over and over again. Alright, it's depending if I need to use it. Alright, very good. Excellent question, Yesenia, because it's very important.
Thank you.
Very good. Any other question, Yesenia?
No,
All
thank you.
right. Helen, you've got your raised hands. You're gonna make me a question?
No, teacher.
All right, don't worry. Next time, okay, when I'm gonna make a question, you know. All right, all the time you're lining up. Okay, very good. Guys, look at it. This is like a
I am the question. I'm question.
you've got a question. Teacher, I've got a question.
I got a question.
Nico, what is your question, man?
How the use do?
How do I use do? You say do when you're
Yes.
gonna make a question, but it's not third person. Not at all. For example, Nico, do you like burgers? Do you like burgers?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Okay, very good.
Yes, I do.
Nicola, do you practice? Do you practice tennis?
No, teacher, I don't.
Excellent. No, teacher, I don't. Nico, is depend. Is positive? Yes, I do. If negative? No, I don't. Okay, excellent, Nico. Very good. Okay, very
Is
good.
it is no is use do is do is
Is das. Das.
does.
For example,
Das.
Nico, does your mother live in Bogota? Does your mother live in Bogota?
No,
No, she
she doesn't.
doesn't. Very good. No, she doesn't. Nico, another
doesn't.
question. Another question. Does your mother live in Colombia?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
does.
she
Do.
does.
Does. She does.
Yes, she does. Why does? Because your mother is she. Okay, very, very good. All right, excellent, guys. I'm gonna show you this one. This is disorganized, you know, but you're gonna try to tell me what is the organization of this statement in present simple. All right, it's disorganized. You're gonna try to organize all the words in a way that the sentence makes sense and also is well written down. All right, for example, look at these words. Obviously doesn't make sense because all the statement is unscrambled. It is crazy. Now we are gonna organize the statement. I need a volunteer for this coming one. All right, I'm gonna start. Wow, Manuela, I like you. You're back. All right, very good, Manuela. What is the right way to tell this statement?
She brushes her teeth twice a day.
She brushes her
Brush.
teeth
Twice a day.
twice a day. Manuela, I don't think so. Sorry. Okay, I don't think so, Manuela. Here something is not good. Okay, here is smell a rat. Okay, something is not good. All right, I'm gonna try to say, teacher, she brushes her teeth twice day. No, it's not good.
Twice a day.
Twice a day, and that is totally, yeah, right. Very good. I'm gonna show you the answer. Okay, I'm gonna show you the answer. She brushes her teeth twice a day. Now this is a very good one. All right, excellent. I'm gonna just go on. I'm gonna need another volunteer. If you don't raise your hand, don't worry. I'm gonna give you a push. Okay, good. I'm gonna ask now to Mariana. Ah, David, excellent man, you showed up. I was asking, wondering, where is David? And David nowhere. Hey, David. Okay, but now David finally shows up. Okay, David, what is the right organization of this crazy statement?
French at home.
He speaks French at home.
At home.
Okay, I don't know, man. I'm gonna see that. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, maybe he lives in the United States, but they are a French family. So when the guy is at home, I mean with his family, he speaks French. You know, normal. Okay, very good. I'm just gonna go on, and I'm gonna need somebody else. You know, I'm trying just to get volunteers. Okay, but I need somebody different. Somebody different. Somebody who hasn't participated yet. Okay, there are many. I need somebody who hasn't participated yet. All right, somebody around. Somebody around. 1, 2. All right. Question, and this question will be for Sofia Hernandez. Sofia, obviously this statement is crazy. What is the good way to say it? Can you give me a hand, please? Let's go, Sofia. Let's go. Yeah. Tell me.
They loud, funny of a joke.
They laugh. Yeah.
Laugh.
They laugh.
A joke at funny.
They.
No. They loud,
Okay.
funny a joke.
Okay, can you repeat it, Sofia? Thank you.
They loud at funny a joke.
They laugh at a funny joke. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Maybe. They laugh at a funny joke. Obviously, if somebody tells you, okay, a good joke, obviously you're gonna laugh. You know, remember the pronunciation is laugh. Okay, you know, you're gonna listen lots of laughters. Okay, when you say a good joke. If you are good telling jokes, okay, maybe you are, you know, on stage with a microphone, you know, and your jokes are very funny, you know, so that makes people, you know, laugh and laugh and laugh. All right, very good. So please don't forget the difference. I'm gonna write it down in our vocabulary. How are you? Hi. Man, so sorry. Okay, is number 1 is laugh. Okay, when I say laugh, guys, it's very important to know that this is the verb. When we are talking about the noun, it's different. We said laughter, you know, so it's different. Okay, let's go when we find a new word. Okay, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna try to write it immediately. Okay, good. Let's move it right now. We have option, you know. Can you sort the sentence? And I would like just to explain this. Okay, when you say to organize, okay, it's very easy. You don't need to be a genius to know what organize is as a verb in English. That's extremely easy. You know, but sometimes the verb to sort and sometimes sort out is like organize. It's like put away things, is to put things, you know, maybe at the right place where you can and everybody can find it, okay, easily. You know, so sort out is organized. Okay, maybe you're gonna say sort, not out, but it's kinda. Okay, can you sort the sentences? Put the correct simple present tense into the treasure chest. What is a chest? Two things. This part, my chest. Okay, so maybe the doctor is gonna use that thing just to listen my heart and listen to my breathing, you know, and maybe he's gonna do it around my chest, normal chest. But chest is also that case, you know, like a box, something that people use when you are a pirate, okay, just to hide the treasure, you know. So maybe the treasure is very far away on a very far island, okay, maybe buried, okay, in the ground, in a chest. If you are lucky, you're gonna get the chart, I mean the map, you know, with the instructions to find the treasure, you know. Good, like in the movies. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna drag one of these one and you're gonna tell me. For example, number one is rubbish. That's not good, teacher. What? Yes, man, I'm gonna do it again. If you see I likes, impossible. This is rubbish. Obviously it's rubbish. What is rubbish? It's garbage, it's litter, it's junk. It's not good. Please. Grammatically, it's totally mistaken. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna go with Mariana. Mariana, question for you. What about this one? She watched the TV. Is rubbish or is good and is going to the chest? What do you think? You tell me, Mariana. She watched TV. Is okay?
Teacher me.
Is okay, Mariana?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes?
Right.
Aranza Juliana. Right now, Mariana taught me, teacher, it's okay. Believe me. Swear to God. Okay, I don't know, Mariana. I'm like thoughtful, you know, like thoughtful. And maybe Juliana, you're gonna give me a hand. Juliana, is rubbish or is okay?
Is rubbish.
Is rubbish. Obviously, is rubbish. Is not good. Is wrong. Is not okay. Why? Because look, the verb ends up in ch, which make you think about the special ending. Obviously, you gotta say es. She watches the TV. Okay, but it's not possible. So sorry. Is rubbish. Okay, bye. Okay, Emily sings loudly. Emily sings, is a singer. Not like the teacher. Teacher sings terribly. Alright, so that's not my thing, you know? Alright, maybe in my next life. Not this one, surely. Alright, guys, Emily sings loudly. Question. And the question is for Gloria Herrera. Gloria, good evening, Gloria. Gloria.
Good evening, teacher.
Question, Gloria, for you, this is okay or is crazy?
It's crazy.
Is crazy, why?
Why London?
Loudly? No,
Loudly?
loudly.
No.
Loudly is okay.
No, it's correct. It's Emily sings all long.
Okay, I'm gonna explain that. Don't worry. It's very easy. I love grammar, you know, because I remember that was a question. Say, teacher. This is loud. What is loud? Loud is exactly the same if you say aloud. No A. You leave it out. You decide to leave it. It's exactly the same. No difference. You say loud and aloud. You say loud. When you say A, the message is loud. The message is loud. Hey, I didn't have problems listening to the message because the message was loud. or is loud if you are talking in present. You say is loud because loud is an adjective. Loud is a characteristic. But you know what is the problem? Or what is the difference between loud and loudly? Oh, I love this. Okay, this is an adverb. What? Yes, it's an adverb. And it's called an adverb of mode. That is exactly the name in grammar. Teacher, what? Yeah. They are adverbs of mode. That is the name. And you write down ly, and in Spanish, that ly is exactly the same when you say mente. I'm gonna give you another example because this is incredible information in English, guys. I'm gonna give you another. For example, another is quick. What is quick? A is an adjective, is a characteristic. So for example, you say, wow, man, your answer, when the teacher asks in the class, wow, man, your answer was quick. Answer, quick. Answer, and the characteristic. What was the characteristic of the answer that my friends gave in class? That was quick. The teacher asked and he immediately answered. So wow, your answer was quick. That is when we are talking about adjective. Teacher, and what is the difference when you say quickly? Quickly is not an adjective. No. Quickly is an adverb of mode. Teacher, can you explain this better? Further? Give me further information. Okay, don't worry. If you pay attention, is the adverb. Noun is mente. For example, wow, your answer is quick, man. Your answer was quick. It's a characteristic. That means that my friend answers quickly. Quickly in Spanish is rápidamente. Rápido, quick. Rápidamente, quickly. Very easy. So, no problem. This, loudly, is good. For example, the teacher speaks loudly because he is speaking to the public. Okay, it's necessary. Okay, sometimes my mother explains everything I should do loudly because she's interested that I can hear her very well. So loudly is okay. Okay, Gloria, teacher. So what is the problem? Okay, Gloria, tell me, is okay or is not okay?
No, teacher, is okay.
Ay, it's okay. Why? Because Emily, you say sings, Emily is okay because it's she. Okay, excellent. So, to the chest. Excellent. Guys, she fixes the broken tap. She fixes the broken tap. That's a very good one. All right. Question. All right. Let's hear Edith. My intelligent friend, Edith Daniel. Edith, tell me something, friend. She fixes the broken tap. Is okay or is not okay? What do you think? I need an advice, Eric.
It's okay.
It's okay? Totally? Obviously? Right? Why? Teacher, it's okay because when you say fix, the verb ends up in X. And there is a very clear rule that explains that when a verb ends up in X, you need to add ES at the end of the verb. So if you say she fixes, teacher, that is awesome. Yeah, so to the chest. Okay, very good. We jump together. What about if we are practicing parachuting? Andres, Good question maybe for you, my buddy. Andres, welcome to the class tonight. How are you? All right, I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Okay, maybe now it's better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, very clear, man. Clear and sound. Man, let me tell you something. I don't know, you've been in the army for some years. You told me the other day. Tell me something. Have you ever, okay, jumped out of a plane, okay, with a parachute?
No, I haven't jumped out of a plane with a parachute, but I have jumped out of a helicopter with a rope.
Read out with a rope. That is kind of different, you know. I think it's obviously you're gonna experience adrenaline, of course. You know, it's a helicopter with that powerful sound, you know, and you just with using a rope. That gotta be crazy, man. But imagine a parachute in Medellin.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, parachute, no.
Okay.
Nope, and I don't like it.
Really? Oh man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But if I had the chance, to do it, surely, I could do it. I've got a she friend, you know, that went to Medellin, and in Medellin you pay like 300,000 pesos, you know. They have the instructors and everybody, and they are on a plane, and many people jump out of the plane, you know. And she pays every 6 months. She goes to Medellin just because she is crazy jumping out of planes every 6 months. And you know what she told me the other day? Say, you know what? If you go to Medellin, teacher, I'm gonna pay your jump. Man, I gotta try because, hey, I could do it. But you know what is more interesting? That I don't need to pay if I decide to do it. It's gonna be for free. So I think I'll do it. I'll do it, okay, very soon, because I'm not gonna die before doing. That is on my bucket list, surely. On my bucket list. Oh,
that's on my bucket list if I make it a 90.
Oh, yeah, because if something goes wrong, oh man, okay, okay, you didn't have a lot of expectations. Oh, Andres, very smart.
Yep.
I like your answer. Very good. Like it a lot, man. Yeah. Maybe at your 90s, you're gonna try everything. It doesn't matter how risky it could be. Why? Because you are just dying, okay? You're gonna die in 9, 8, 7, yeah. Okay, so man, do whatever. Okay, you are about to pass away, man. You're about to kick the bucket. Okay, just try whatever. Yeah, I imagine that's good. So, we jump together. Is okay or is not okay, Juan David Guayara? Juan David, what do you think about this statement? We jump together. Is good or teacher? Teacher, horrible. What do you think, Juan David? Let's see, guys. That is why you need to be attentive. Teacher is gonna keep doing question. Wanda, are you ready, boy? Are you ready? All right. I think Juan David is thinking, you know, is thinking. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna ask to Sebastian Perez. Sebastian, question, my friend. If you say we jump together, is okay or is not? What do you think? That is my question for Sebastian Perez. Sebastian, good or teacher? Nah. What do you think?
Creo que está bien.
A teacher, I think is okay. All right, you think is okay? You know, you're a lucky dog, man, because yeah, it is totally right. You say we jump if you see nothing at the end of the verb, and that's why it's not necessary. Okay, Aisha. I don't know, guys. These names are crazy. These presentations got names that I imagine they are from a very far country, because man, weird, very weird words. Okay, Aisha speaks Farsi. Ha! Farsi, guys. Noun teacher is crossed. I'm puzzled. I am totally lost. I don't know, Farsi? Is that a language? Because if that is a language, I don't have the faintest idea where this language actually is. I'm gonna make a question to my public. It's necessary. All right, Linda. Linda, do you have an idea where this language come from? Farsi, maybe?
No, I don't have I don't have idea.
Teacher, I don't have the faintest idea. I'm gonna write it down when you are totally lost. No, teacher. I don't have the faintest idea. Okay, I mean, what? That is the very first time I listened to that word, teacher. I hadn't ever heard it before. Okay, me neither. Me neither. I hadn't ever heard that word before, guys. Andres, don't tell me, man. You're pulling my leg. You're kidding me. Do you know where that language is from, man?
Yes, I do. So that's the Persian language, which is Iranian.
Ah, when you are from Iran. If you are
Yep,
Iranian,
it's called,
so this is the
it's called
language.
Farsi. Mhm.
Guys, hey. You don't want to be in a TV program, guys. Just about to answer the last question, which is gonna make you be millionaire. And what about if maybe, guys, this is the question. And now for the last question and for $1 million, the question is, and you start what? Yeah, let's put it like this. And now for $1 million, the question is. Yeah. Where Farsi language is original from? Man, you are gonna think about this class, believe me. And maybe you're gonna send some money to Andres if you win, the program. Hey, because he gave us the information in the class. So next time, when you think where people speak Farsi, okay, now we know that it's a language spoken in Iran. All right. So I'm gonna make a question, guys. I don't know if you are one of those who keep watching television, and maybe news on TV, but I'm gonna make you a question to see if maybe you know this. Okay, Linda, just for curiosity, take it easy. Don't worry if you don't answer. You're not gonna burn in hell. Okay, easy. Linda, question. My question, Linda, is Iran very good friend when we are talking about American people? I mean, President Biden is very happy and he loves people from Iran. They've got a very good political or economical relationship.
No, I think they're not so confident with
Yeah.
each other. Mm-hmm.
Actually, guys, they are enemies. Guys, politically talking, they are enemies. They are on the contrary sides of story. Yeah, when we talk about Iran, okay, they are friends maybe with Russian or maybe with Venezuela, but not from the United States. They have problems that start in the past, okay, cultural problems, historical problems, okay, problems that even after decades and decades, centuries, years, just continue. Okay, they haven't overcome those issues, and they are, like in a cold water. In a cold war. They are no friends. Maybe they don't attack one another, openly, but they are enemies, and they are, trying just not to be one another. Okay, I don't like you and I know you don't like me either. It's exactly the political picture another day. It's like if the world was split up in two big bands. You know, this band is, for example, Russia, and this is United States. Okay, this band is Russia's friend, maybe Venezuela, you know, maybe I don't know, China, okay, maybe Iran, okay. And when we are talking about United States, obviously many countries support United States. Most of the countries in Europe, France, England, Germany, okay, obviously, you know, bear that in mind. I thank you so much, Andres, because wow, to be totally honest, when I saw that word, I was kind of confused because I didn't know that information. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna ask you something, Andres, because it's just for curiosity. You know, curiosity kills the cat. Maybe I look like one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Have you ever been to Iran before?
No, but the reason why I know where it comes from is because when I was in Afghanistan, in parts of Afghanistan, they also speak Farsi.
Ah, so you've
Mhm.
been to Afghanistan. You have been to Afghanistan, yeah?
Yes.
All right, wow, man. This is good experience. I love cultures. I love different cultures. And I imagine even when that culture maybe, you know, people, I don't know if that's true because news on television give us what they want we to think. Actually, every time that we think people from Afghanistan, we think that they are like savage people, you know, using guns, you know, and they never speak about the richness of the culture. What is something that maybe gave you a good impression talking about Afghanistan culture, Andres? What is something that draws your attention?
Well, it's a little bit difficult because if you think about it, Afghanistan is divided into native groups, right? So like Colombia has a lot of native groups, so Afghanistan is the same way. So some speak Farsi, some speak other types of languages within their country, and they don't get along too well. So they still said like way like in the past. Remember those old school Jesus Christ movies,
Yes, of
like
course,
with
I
the
remember.
houses?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go to Afghanistan, it's if it was going back in the past to the past in the time capsule to that era.
Wow. Okay,
So
so
yeah,
you don't see progress. You see like an old movie picture, you know, it's
yes,
like
like
back
from
in
Jesus.
very old times, ancient times. The
Yeah,
place
just
look
like
like that. My gosh.
yep, just like those movies from Jesus. Then they showed during Semana Santa, just like that.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh,
and
man.
and it's hard to understand because we're used to men and women pretty much do whatever they want here in the United States and in Colombia, but over there women have no rights whatsoever.
Oh my
You
gosh,
know,
that is
like
cruelty. That is cruelty.
I have an experience where we built a school, and like a month later, the rebels came down and they destroyed the school because to them, education is no good.
Ah, okay. Education is not good for women or is not good for anyone.
For women and children because they don't want them to get used to the way of the West.
Ah, all right. So they don't want.
Mhm.
They start behaving like American culture.
Correct.
All right, my gosh, man. Sometimes it's very difficult. These kind of beliefs, guys, because sometimes people mentality don't let others to progress. You know, it's hard when you are in the United States looking those wow incredible skyscrapers. All the cities beautiful. Driveways, nice parks. But when you go to Afghanistan, okay, the picture is totally different. You're not gonna see anything. You know, it's like what's going on here. It's like this country, okay, hadn't progressed in 2,000 years. It's like back in time, Jesus times. You know, everything look very, you know, old, dirty. The houses are, you know, so guy, this is culture. Sometimes culture doesn't people progress because they have different interpretations. Sometimes these misinterpretation belong to religious groups. You know, sometimes people use God as a way to control other people's mentality. You know, guys, this is not new. This happens in many different places, and sometimes God is not a vehicle that people use, okay, to reach that peace that we need. Talking about, you know, our spirit, souls. No. Sometimes people use religion as a vehicle to control people mentality. You know, is a way, guys. This is hard. Thank you so much. So Farsi, yeah, I'm not gonna forget ever this. You know why? Because of this conversation. Because Andres is playing this in contest. And now the word is not gonna be isolated. Now these words got a meaning, okay, just in my mind. Okay, very good. Okay, so that is totally right, and let's go. Okay, guys, what we are gonna do now, and I'm gonna show you something that maybe I was also thinking about. All right, I'm gonna show it to you, and we are gonna work with this just for 10 minutes. In the meantime, our class is over. Sometimes, guys, it's crazy. I can swear it that I thought we had like 20 minutes speaking, you know, 30 minutes at the most. But now that I look the time, we are 50 minutes about to finish our class. And sometimes it's amazing how fast time just, you know, goes. Okay, guys, I'm gonna need your help. I need a volunteer because hey, I don't wanna push you all the time. You know, when you come, when you attend this virtual session, you know, I imagine that all the time you are thinking about your purpose. And I imagine your purpose is to learn English. Yeah, teacher, my purpose is to learn a second language. Okay, which I consider is just terrific. Okay, good. I'm gonna need a volunteer, guys. Can somebody in this class please read the first paragraph? Only the first paragraph. Okay, does anyone okay, David Peña. David, thank you. David, go on, man. Start reading.
My life in the country. My name is Annie, and this is what I normally do. I love to walk on the mountain. During the week, I get up early and go for a small walk on the mountain. I usually go with my father or my brother. We like to get some fresh air before we start our day. We live in the country far away from the city.
All right, very good. Okay, very, very good. Okay, I'm gonna read it over, read it again. Okay, there were like 3 words that maybe you slurred, but that's normal. The idea when we read is we are gonna recognize ourselves when we're reading. I'm gonna check, okay, possible maybe mistakes, okay, and that is the way, guys, as we improve, we get better by practicing. All right, I'm gonna start. My name is Annie, and this is what I normally do. I love to walk on the mountain. During the week, I wake up early and go for a small walk on the mountain. I usually go with my father or my brother. We like to get some fresh air before we start our day. We live in the country, far away from the city. Okay, excellent, my friend. You did it very, very good. I need a second volunteer. Yes. Okay, for my second paragraph. Okay, very good. Helen Mariana. Helen, my eager beaver girl. Okay, Mariana, Helen, go ahead with the second paragraph. Do it.
We think our country life is wonderful because we are away from the noise and the pollution of the city. We often walk for about 1/2 hour and then return to our home. I always take a bus after our walk, and at about 8:30 a.m. and arrive at the school at 9 a.m. My father takes his car and goes to the town to work. He works at the veterinary clinic. He is a vet and loves the help animal.
Excellent, Helen. Excellent, excellent. However, teacher is gonna correct tiny, very tiny mistakes. All right? I'm gonna start reading again the paragraph, everybody. Pay attention because Helen, mostly, she did it great. You know, but I'm just gonna refine a little bit some pronunciation. Okay, so pay attention. We think our country life is wonderful because we are away from the noise and the pollution of the city. We often walk for about 1/2 hour and then return to our home. I always take a bus after our walk, and at about 8:30 a.m. and I arrive at school at 9 a.m. My father takes his car and goes down to work. He works at a veterinary clinic. He's a vet and loves to help animals. Okay, Helen, excellent. Very good. I'm very impressed about your pronunciation and the way as you are reading, you are joining words better and better. Congratulations. Okay, excellent. Nothing else to say. Amazed. Okay, like stunned as usual, Helen. All right, very good. I'm gonna go on. I'm my final volunteer. I need somebody, okay, to read the last one. All right, so I'm gonna give Sofia Hernandez the chance, okay, to read the last paragraph. Okay, Sofia, please start.
We have 3 dogs and 2 cats. On the weekend, we wake up early and go for a hike on the mountain. It is so nice to smell the fresh air and see the wild animals. We stay there for about 3 hours and bring our lunch with us. As you can see, my family loves nature.
Loves what?
Nature.
Sofia, all your paragraph was extremely perfect, but that last word, nah. You didn't commit any mistake. Only the last word is not well pronounced. All right, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say the pronunciation. We are gonna see. Sofia, what is the pronunciation of the word again?
Nature.
Okay, I'm gonna let Helen go. Helen, tell me, how do you say this word?
Nature.
Yes! Of course! It's nature. Okay, Sofia, don't forget it. Nature. Okay, excellent. But you know what, Sofia? Congratulations for your very, very, very incredible pronunciation. My gosh! Amazing. Very well done, Sophie. Very good. Teacher is excellent.
Thank you, teacher.
I like it. Excellent, guys. You know, you make me proud. When you read, when you understand, when you do the activities in classes and everything is in English, I am extremely glad, happy, excited. Because I remember when we started studying long time ago and you were like, teacher, you didn't understand lots of things. But nowadays, the picture is clearer and clearer. Because every time I see, I realize that all of you guys are doing it so good. And you know how I feel? Oh, guys, you don't imagine. It's incredible, you know? It's incredible. If you ask me, teacher, really, yes, I'm so happy that if you ask me, teacher, how do you feel? Please. Wow, I feel good. My gosh, man. You know why? Because I have the best students. The more disciplined ones, you know? Guys, I'm so happy, but remember, next week, we are going on holidays. Yeah, because, you know, it's necessary to have some time through the year just to have like an encounter with God. Yes, it's Holy Week. Yeah, maybe some of you, maybe, I don't know, are atheists. You know, atheist is a person who doesn't believe in God. Yeah, hey. Everybody gotta be respected, you know. I'm not gonna say, hey, what? No. If you don't believe in God, yeah, it's your belief, you know. If you are a good human, if you don't, you know, do bad things to others, if you are a good citizen, good friend, you know, hey, okay, no problem. If you don't believe in God, sorry. Okay, I believe in God, you know, and yeah, no problem. Believers, no believers, okay, Christians, Muslim, okay, Protestants, you know, different cultures, guys. But this coming week, we are gonna have the chance to have some time to go and have that special conversations that are necessary, yeah, with God. Okay, take some time to relax. Okay, try to have some time to find some peace. Go to church, you know, if you like to go. Try to be in family, share, and try to reflect about your life, about your role in the society, your role in your family, you know, and maybe sometimes those reflection, guys, are so important because thanks to them, we improve, you know, many things that maybe are not going so good in my life. Okay, so please pray if you like to pray, but don't only pray, change your mentality, be a better person. If you are gonna be praying and praying for 1 week, okay, at least, hey, make a change, you know. Guys, I'm gonna say bye-bye, no before telling you thank you for all your attention and thank you for being in the class tonight with me. Guys, take care and see you next class, guys. Bye-bye. See ya.
Thank you, teacher. See ya.
Bye-bye, teacher.
I love you all. I love you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye, my friends. Take care. See ya, guys. Bye-bye.